my name is Paige. Welcome to my August TBR. July was such a good reading month. I even think June was such a good reading month. I've been sticking to my reading schedule and I've been reading a ton of books. I have read this entire stack right here, plus a couple of ebooks. I believe I've read 15 books in July and it's been so great. But we are here for an August TBR jar, so I need to do a little bit of housekeeping and then we will get on with the polls. In July, I had to read 4 books based on my TBR jar prompts. One was The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. I did read this. Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters. I also read this. All Systems Red by Martha Wells. I read that. And then Things We Lost to the Water by Eric Nguyen. I ended up DNFing this one. I had said in my previous video that if I DNF this one, it would be more of a soft DNF. But that was because I thought it was a memoir. And apparently I can't read because it clearly says a novel right there. And I did not like this writing style whatsoever. I was really struggling with it. I felt like the writing was very clunky. I even bought the audiobook, attempted to read it at faster and faster speeds until I just gave up and returned the audiobook and decided that this one was just not for me. So I did end up completely DNFing this one. But I still feel like I had a great reading month considering I read 11 or 12 other books. So I think we're good there. But we do need to update my board game. I think I am very, very, very close to the end. So because I completed 3 TBR prompts, I'm going to move 3 spaces to this blue one. And then because I finished 12 other books, I'm going to move 6 spaces forward because for every 2 non-TBR books, I get to move 1 space. So 6 more spaces all the way up to this purple one. Let me count that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would think I would know basic math. Yep, all the way up there. So we really just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spaces until we get to my mystery prize. I think I'm going to be done with this board game next month. And I figured I would talk about some of the options of what I'm going to win, and if you have any extra ideas, jot them down so I can make little envelopes for next month, because I think next month is it. It's gonna be when we're done with this game and I can figure out my prize. So some of the options I have right now are to buy 2 or 3 Sims 4 expansion packs, to have a book buying spree up to like $300, to get a book box subscription, to buy about 3 of the leather bound Brandon Sanderson books, to have a giveaway, and then to have an all mood read TBR for 1 month. So if you have any other ideas of things that could be rewards, leave them in the comments just so I can have some extra ideas to pull from next month when we win this. And just one more thing before we move on to the TBR jar polls, the Story Continue book club is reading Daughter the Moon Goddess next month in August. You can find our Discord down in the description. It is under the fanfiction readathon, but you can join the book club in that as well. So I would really love it if you would join us and chat with us about that book. We are very excited to read it. We read fan fictions and retellings and it's a really fun time over there. I would love it to see you join us. So let's move on to these TBR jar polls. I am terrified because, friends, I have 18 books on my TBR for next month. 18 books I have to read for videos, and if I cannot match these prompts up with any of those 18 books, I might cry. So we are going to hope for the best. Every month I pick 4 TBR jar prompts and try and match my TBR picks, physical books, to this prompt. I try not to buy new books for these prompts, but sometimes you might have to. So let's begin with poll number 1. I am already so nervous. Please be something I have to read. All right, it has to be Sapphic. Did I buy any Sapphic books when I just went? I don't think I did. Oh no! I literally said in last month, maybe it was 2 months ago, that I needed to buy some Sapphic books, and I have them on my list of books I need to purchase. Oh no. I'm gonna be crossing my fingers that we can get a prompt swap later so that I can swap this out again because I don't physically own any. But if we do not get one, I'm going to get my hands on Delilah Green Doesn't Care because everyone's been reading it, everyone has been loving it, and I have FOMO. So that will be my pick for this prompt. But I was hoping that these would be on my TBR for next month. This is already not turning out well, but I am excited to read that book. So, you know, 19 books isn't that bad. Prompt number 2. Another booktuber's TBR. Lovely. Everyone's been posting their TBRs today, so I guess I'm going to go and watch a few of those and figure out who's reading what, and I will be right back. Okay, I found one. That took a little while, but Kaylani at Kaylani Simply Me is reading Flashfire, and I want to read Heat Wave by TJ Klune. It is the third in the Extraordinaries trilogy, and I was planning on rereading Flash Fire if I could fit it in. So this is a perfect excuse to add it for sure to my TBR, which means I'm only up to 20 books in the month, but I can do this. I can do this. I am a planning queen lately. I plan everything out. Let's just pull the third prompt and hope that things are smoother for me from here on out. Yeah? A random adjective. Okay. I don't think I've ever pulled this prompt. What did I mean by this? Oh, apparently there is a random adjective generator. So I'm going to pull that up and see if there is a book that either has that word in the title, or if I feel like the cover or something would be described using that adjective. Let's see. Okay, random generator is pulled up. We have the word ambitious as our first word, but let's do a random pick and see. Gentle. Okay, I love that word. All right, let's do a gentle book. That's hopefully on my TBR. What is gentle? Okay, hear me out. So I watched Chandler Ainsley talk about this book, and she said that the couple is just like very, very sweet to each other, and that just feels very gentle, you know? So this is A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall. I believe that this is about a trans woman who had been in the war and then dies in the war, or like fakes her death so that she can go and live as a woman in society, and her childhood best friend or like longtime best friend is like grieving for the loss of his best friend, and they end up falling in love, and it sounds so cute. I haven't heard a single terrible thing about this. I've only heard amazing things about this book, and I want to read it immediately, like starting today if I can. Actually, that's not on my schedule, but we will be reading this in a couple of days, and I am so excited. And that sounds gentle, yes? Okay, we're going with it. So finally, one off of my actual TBR and our possible final prompt. Serena. You get a pick. I just text her. I don't even know if I've ever texted her before. We always message on Instagram or Discord, so this is random. She's probably like, who in the world is sending me a picture of this card? But I'm going to send her a picture of my bookshelves if she has a chance, and I will let you know what she picks for me. All right, so let's go over what I'm going to read in the month of August. This is going to be Serena's pick. We also have Delilah Green Doesn't Care, as well as A Lady for a Duke and Flash Fire by TJ Klune. And I'm very excited to read all of these. I genuinely am. I'm just overwhelmed with the other options that I have. So I thought it would be interesting if I could show you some of the books that I am reading for videos and see if you want to guess what those videos are. One of the videos will be me reading Defy the Night, Winter's Orbit, Book Lovers, and Heat Wave. In another video, we will have All Quiet on the Western Front, Dracula, The Push, and We Hunt the Flame. And in another one, we will have Last Night in Montreal by Emily St. John Mandel. I just don't physically own that one yet. Taylor Jenkins Reid, Maybe in Another Life, Local Woman Missing, Pretty Things, and Hidden Pictures. I want to see if you can guess what those books are, but if you cannot guess them and you would like to still add a comment, go ahead and leave me a fire emoji in the comments just so I know that you're watching. But that is all that I have for my TBR jar. I hope that you stick around and subscribe and see what other videos I'm going to be putting out, but I will see you in my next video very, very shortly. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.